Hi, this is Rocky. So in this video, I'll show you about our AV over IP system, which turn off the displays. So right now we actually have this iPad here with the iPad application. Especially we have the display on and display off. So if we click the display off, then you will have this window here. Once we click OK, then we can see what you got the displays off. If you're not taking it back, and we got a display on here. Then we can see we will get the display power on. So this one is just use the AV over IP system to turn on and turn off the the displays. And this one is for the source switching. So basically we can check it out. So this one is for the video, or if we don't need the video, and then we can just from the video setting, then we can just delete the video. So we're back to the matrix mode. It's going to be showing. So switch the different source and select the display. So like right now we already have a showing as a matrix picture. So in this video basically we're going to show you how to have the setup like to turn off the display by just simply click the display on and display off from this iPad. So moving on here, we got the settings. So basically, and this is the receivers, and this one we already have a setup. Basically, we have the line cable, and for the PoE, and then we have the OSI2, and then we have an HDMI, and we have audio embedded. And this one is the for the power, but right now we can see we don't need the power just because this one can support the PoE function. So from the PoE NAT switch, then we can get the power to this receiver. So right now we have this one is for the OSI2. That's why we can just use the iPad application to turn off or turn on the displays. So for this one, for the settings, basically we can just use the line cable just behind the screen. We actually got the OSI2, and we have the daisy chain between these four displays using line cable. Then it's coming down. Then the line cable, then we got this one is the RJ45 to the OSI2 adapter. So we have this one here, then we got this one. We can just DIY this cable here. So basically we can use a Phonics connector. It's going to be like this one. So this is the OSI2, and then normally we just use the pin 2. We use the pin 2, pin 3, and the pin 5. So pin 5 is for the ground, and pin 3 is for the aux, and pin 2 is for the TX. And on this side, we will have this 3-pin Phonics connector. So we can just have this one and connect to the 3 wires from this short adapter. Then we have this one connect to the receiver. But just remember that, and normally we send the OSI2 code, and it will use the cross wiring. So basically, if we got the, you can see here, and then if we got the TX is the first one, then on this side we're going to use the RX, and the middle one is the RX. Then from this cable is going to be the TX, and the ground is the same connector. Okay, so this one is about this one, and here we also got the audio out, and also the same with the 3-pin Phonics. Then connect to a 3.5 jack. Then we have this one connect to this speaker. So right now we can hear the sound is de-embedded from this receiver, and this is the use the OSI2 making the connector then to the display. So basically we can, right now we have 2 sources, and one is the player to the transmitter on this side, and one is this laptop to the second transmitter. Then over the line cable to the PoE NAT switch here. So on the PoE NAT switch, we need a LAN port connect to the Wi-Fi router. So we can use the iPad application to really control the whole setup, including making up a video to turn off the displays or do the matrix switching. So right now we can see here we got the iPad country. But before we turn off and turn on the displays, we need to know the authority of displays to power on or power off. So we can get a setting icon here. So we click setting icon. Then we got advanced setting. So here we can do the settings like the advanced setting. Then we got S232 settings. So we can select like if you want to set the S232, or we can just select them all. Then we set up the baud rate. It's going just because the display is using the 9600, so we use this one. But some of them they will use the 115 200. But for our case, we use the 9600. So we click OK. Then we got the hex mode. Then we click apply. That's it. Then we click. Then right now we have the setup display power on off. So because in this case we use the S232, so we just click this one. Then we can just use them all. Then we fill up the display power on command and the power off command here, because we already select that as the hex mode. So here we're going to use the hex code. So this is the one way to set up the display off and on the iPad app. But basically we also can just use a Windows PC with the HDMI over IP controller. So we can set up like the S232 command on the Windows controller. It's the same way as we set it up on the iPad application. Okay, so after we have all these settings, then we can just back. Then we can just use this one to turn off the displays and turn display on. So we already got the display on, and if we're going to set up a video wall, go to the video setting, create a new video wall, and it's going to be 2 row and 2 column. And we click next. We can rename it, and we just make it as 2x2. Then next. Then right now we can see we got the numbers on each monitor, and we just drag them into the box. So it's 3142, 3142. Click save. Then we back. Then here we got a video wall. We just drag the source here. Then we got a video wall, 2x2 video wall. We can switch to a different source. Switch back. Different source. Basically, you can see the switching speed is no black or blue screen during the switching. And we can just turn off them. And we also got OSD here. So if we click the OSD, then we can see the specific number on each display. And we can just power display off once we finish the settings. So display off. Okay, thank you so much if you like this video and this product.